When the game came out in 2017, Cuphead took everyone by surprise. Behind its cute graphics and 30s cartoons vibe is a pretty hardcore game where each mistake can lead to your death. In 2022, Netflix premiered The Cuphead Show, an animated series that follows the adventures of Cuphead and his brother Mugman. But how does the show compare to the game? I'm Camille Hadaway, and today we will compare the Cuphead game versus the Cuphead show. A word of caution though, this video will contain spoilers about both the show and the game. Now that the mandatory spoiler alert is out of the way, let's get started, fellas! The Cuphead show gives life to some of the most iconic characters from the game. Cuphead, Mugman, and Miss Chalice look just as they do in the game, only their gloves are different. Cuphead and Mugman traded their white gloves against yellow ones, while Miss Chalice's fingers are way thinner in the show than in the game. The animations are also similar, with Cuphead pulling up his pants the same way in both the game and the show. Cuphead and Mugman cannot use weapons in the animated series. The brothers have no special ability, and they don't fight any boss in the show, while it is a core component of the game. If Miss Chalice looks just about the same in the animated series as she does in the game, her personality is different. She is far from being a damsel in distress in the Netflix show. Her mischievous behavior gets her everything she wants, and the two brothers get in trouble for following her example. Before being a playable character in the Cuphead The Delicious Last Course DLC, Miss Chalice was a spectral NPC called the Legendary Chalice. In the show, Miss Chalice does turn into a ghost, but she doesn't look like her original NPC appearance. She dropped her halo, an ornamented necklace, and instead wears a straw. The first story difference between the Cuphead game and the Netflix show comes in the first episode. In the game, Cuphead and Mugman wander far from home and end up in the Devil's Casino. They play crabs and go on a winning streak. The devil then appears and offers to raise the stakes if the brothers can win one more time. The devil will give all its money, but if they lose, the devil will take their souls. Of course, the brothers lose. To keep their souls, they become the soul collectors for the devil. The show takes a different approach to the story. In the first episode, Cuphead and Mugman do meet the devil, but it's not in a casino. They enter the Carnival, a place where if you lose a game, you lose your soul. Cuphead is once again winning everything until he eventually loses. Mugman prevents his soul from getting absorbed by the devil and the brothers run away, but Cuphead still owes his soul to the devil. Speaking of the devil, he has a similar appearance in both the game and the show, including his signature snake form when he moves around. When he's in his normal form, the devil has a little less hair in the Netflix series than he does in the game. His horns are slightly longer and yellow instead of white. When they're not playing the devil with the devil, Cuphead and Mugman live under the loving care of Elder Kettle. The animated series worsened his eyesight, as Elder Kettle now needs a pair of glasses. He also got a new pair of red slippers to get comfy in his home. At some point in the Netflix series, Cuphead and Mugman seek the advice from Quadratus. In the game, this old man appearing in a pool of water tells you how many times you died, and that could be quite a lot. In the show, Quadratus helps the brothers find a way to repel the devil. Ribby and Croaks, the two fighting frogs, have their own dedicated episode. They launched a business but spent more time fighting than doing anything else. Their animations are similar to the game, even if the pace of their punches is slightly faster.
You saying it's my fault? So what if I am?
The theme song of the Ribby and Croaks fight appears in the Netflix show when they start chasing Cuphead and Mugman on their boat. Ribby and Croaks are not the only ones to get their theme song in the series. The Root Pack also play their own music during their unwanted party in Elder Kettle's garden. Sal Sputter, Ollie Bulb, and Chauncey Chantenay, the members of the Root Pack, are similar in both the game and the show. Sal Sputter, the potato, looks more swollen than in the game. He also gets a fancy hat. Ollie Bulb, the onion, gains some new gloves filled with holes, and when he cries, his skin peels off and makes everyone else cry. The right-hand man of the devil, King Dice, tries to get Cuphead's soul for his boss. Compared to the game, his appearance in the show only changed slightly. The buttons on his waistcoat are black, his bow tie is fuchsia purple, and his eyelids are silver. His shoes also have a different design. In the game, King Dice is running the Devil's Casino. He first appears when Cuphead and Mugman are playing craps, right before the devil shows up to raise the stakes. He then makes sure the brothers complete their part of the deal by blocking parts of Inkwell Isle until they collect all of the soul contracts. In the show, King Dice is a game show host. His show, Roll the Dice, selects a random candidate from the audience. If they could guess the correct answer to a blind test and general culture question, they could roll the dice and enter a mysterious prize room. But there is no gold or gifts in this room, only a device that will steal their souls. King Dice wants to get Cuphead's soul for his boss, but since he isn't the smartest cup in the room, King Dice's mission is harder than expected.
Oh, that's too easy. Wait, I know this. Sprinkle, sprinkle, Mr. Car?
Sprinkle, sprinkle, Mr. Car! Come on!
In the 10th episode of the animated series, Cuphead and Mugman venture to Mount Eruptus and steal an egg. Porkrind gets the unpleasant surprise of meeting Grim Matchstick, the three-headed dragon that comes to get back his baby. If the dragon breathes fire in the show, he doesn't in the game. Instead, one of his heads turns into a red flamethrower whenever he attacks. Just like most characters in the Cuphead show, Porkrind also got a new pair of yellow gloves. He is more grumpy in the show than his game counterpart, where he seems always happy to sell goods to the two brothers. In the show, they drive him crazy, leading him to dream about crushing them. Some additional characters from the game make a brief appearance in the show, such as Casper, Emma, Duke, and Blind Spectre in the 6th episode. Pip and Dot appear in the audience of King Dice's Roll the Dice show. There's also a lookalike of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, a cartoon character created by Walt Disney. Thank you for watching this video. Did you notice any other differences or similarities between the Cuphead game and the Cuphead show? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the Leaderboard for more gaming content every week.